Hello and welcome along to AVFTS Wrexham. Whenever you're watching this video, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to yourself. Thank you for tuning in. It's another live transfer news video, our second one on the channel. And if you've enjoyed the last one and you're here again, then big up to you. And if this is your second time tuning in, then again, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. As always, a little bit of house admin. Make sure you run up that like button for me. That would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel. You can see 1,300 is our target. We're going to get there hopefully very soon. And finally, of course, as well, your comments, your thoughts, your feelings, all of that good stuff. Get in the house and let me know what you're all saying, thinking, feeling, because it's another beautiful day for Wrexham. Simple as that. It's a beautiful day because another one is through the door. We reported this yesterday. We reported the Marriott signing yesterday. Said not Marriott, sorry, the Windass signing yesterday, shall I say, coming through, and everyone was delighted and elated. And from that, I keep saying Marriott for some reason. For that Windass signing, I said, watch out for Lewis O'Brien. Lewis O'Brien is going to sign this week. Whether it's going to be on Friday, I thought potentially Friday, but no. Done, dealed, delivered. 6 signings. Wrexham are cooking. We're getting our steak. We're getting our ribs. We're getting the creme de la creme of meat. And we're putting them on the fryer. We're putting them on the grill. And we're cooking. And do you know what the scary thing is? I think there's more to come. I think there's a lot more to come. So big up to each and every single one of you. Hope you're well. Les and Jamie in the house. Now, big up to Les and Jamie because they are officially our first member on the channel. They are our first member. They are the first member of the AVFTS Wrexham clan. Big up to Les and Jamie, part of the OBrien. So if you want to become a member, check out the pinned comment, check out the perks, and yeah, come and join Les and Jamie. You can see their fancy badge. You get fancy emojis. And all that good stuff. So big up to you. The owners are not messing around. They're out to make a statement, 100%. Let's get the Lewis O'Brien news situation and clips up then, people. And yeah, hope you're all good. Hope you're all well. So first and foremost, I love the way that they continually push the advertising of the cold brew, by the way. It's very key and funny marketing, but it's what they do. Not your average cold brew, not your average signing. Welcome to Wrexham, Lewis O'Brien. And he's delighted. Now, this one has been going on for some time. This one has been going on for some time. And the reason it's been going on for some time is at the start of July, this was touted about as being one of those players in which Wrexham were looking to get their deal done with. And yet, the issue seemed to be with Lewis O'Brien was that we couldn't agree on the wages. The wage situation was a massive problem. Lewis O'Brien couldn't agree with Wrexham on the fee that he wanted per week. So Wrexham tried a new strategical thing, and this is how important this guy is. This has been a target, I think, for Parky for a long time in this transfer window, because essentially what's happened is that Wrexham have gone and renegotiated and changed strategy. And they offered Nottingham Forest a lower fee to sign him and use that excess money to add it onto Lewis O'Brien's wages. So, people, this is believed to be a club record fee as well. This is believed to be a club record fee. It says Wrexham are delighted to announce the signing of midfielder Lewis O'Brien from Nottingham Forest for an undisclosed fee. No one ever knows what that undisclosed fee is, but it's obviously what has been touted around is a club record fee, which is going to be what I would say higher than 4 or 5 million, around that. The rumours are that this summer accumulated total of what Wrexham has spent is around 10 million. They believe that Rob and Ryan have dropped around 10 million now this summer on transfers, which is massive, absolutely massive. But let's continue. So it says here, O'Brien at 26 years old, great age, has signed a contract until the end of the 27-28 season. So again, a nice little deal there, which has locked him in. This is there where, again, for me, if you go on paper, I thought Windass was an exceptional signing as a free agent. But if you really want to look at the profile of a said player, you want to look at someone who is worth every weight in penny. Lewis O'Brien, for me, is absolutely that guy. Lewis O'Brien, for me, is the best calibre of signing that Wrexham have landed yet this window, which is absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. And I'm going to show you how some of the rival fans have reacted as well. Swansea fans are absolutely fuming with Wrexham right now. But read this, as well as top flight experience with Forest, playing in the Premier League, O'Brien has played more than 150 matches in the EFL Championship, first with Huddersfield, where he turned pro, and more recently in loan spells with Middlesbrough and last season Swansea. And that's where Forest signed him. Forest actually signed Lewis O'Brien from his outings at Huddersfield and how talented he looked and how well he played. And I thought, do you know what? This is a guy, again, who Forest took a little bit of a punt on and managed, I think, to accumulate a fair bit of game time in the Premier League in that first season. But it's never really worked out at Forest. And essentially, he's then gone on to find his trade in the Championship. On signing for Wrexham, as always, he's buzzing. And look, it's this quote here. This deal's been a while. It's been a long time coming, but to be here is great. I think personally, he would have liked to have gone on the Down Under tour. I think personally, he would have loved to have flown to Australia and been part of that tour. But obviously, with the wage situation with the Green and Forest, it hasn't been a smooth transfer. He goes on to say, the last couple of years have been a whirlwind for me and my family, but to sign a long-term contract and find someone I can call home is a great feeling. Exactly that. And that's what players always look for when they come to Wrexham, is been loaned out here, been loaned out there. If you look at Lewis O'Brien, he's played for 4 clubs in the space of like 4 years. He's been to the MLS, for LAFC. He's played for, as I said, Nottingham Forest. He's played for Huddersfield. He's played for Middlesbrough. He's played for Swansea. The bloke has never settled anywhere. And Wrexham have given him that sort of feeling of, do you know what? Things are going to be okay. Starry! Sorry, guys. I had to mute the thing there because the TV went on and it would have got done for a copyright. So yeah, luckily mute that. But we're all good now. It's okay. No, I know you didn't. But yeah, we're good. Sorry about that. But yeah, look. He wants to be here. He's part of it, and I know for a fact that this is the best signing that Wrexham have ever landed in terms of profile in the Championship. Absolutely massive. So without a doubt, this for me is a player we have to be excited about. This is a player that we must see. And I want to show you some more comments about what people are saying with Lewis O'Brien. People are absolutely running their superlatives over him. Have a look at this here. This is from someone. If you want to know the type of player you're going to get with this, and here we go. Lewis is a genuine top-end Championship player. He's an absolute grafter, and he'll run his bag out all day for you. Very tidy footballer. Unfortunately for him, Forest outgrew him far quicker than expected. But that takes nothing away from the player he is. Wrexham will love him. What he's basically saying there is that Nottingham Forest had a bit of a trajectory of getting, into where they have ended, which is in Europe, in the Premier League. Played really, really good football and essentially, again, went from surviving Premier League to playing Europe. Lewis O'Brien couldn't find a place there. They also came in with a new manager. They had Steve Cooper. They then went with Nuno Espirito Santo. So again, Lewis O'Brien never found a home at Nottingham Forest. But he certainly caught the attention of everyone's eyes at Swansea. And this is a thing as well. Here, look at this. This is exactly the sort of type where Swansea wanted him, Wrexham got him. Lewis O'Brien, 3-year Wrexham deal shows where the power is in Welsh football right now. Wrexham's Hollywood owners, Ryan Reynolds and Rob Matt, are not messing around. And the real talk is this. Is that no doubt about it, Wrexham are the biggest club in Wales now. They have surpassed Cardiff and they are surpassing Swansea. The fact that Lewis O'Brien spent 16 games or whatever it was at Swansea, I knew the club, even with the investment of Swansea with Snoop Dogg and, of course, Luka Modric two weird acquisitions. It is 100%, 100% massive, massive turn of the tide. Wrexham are the superpower in Wales. Wrexham are throwing the gauntlet down. And the fact that players are rejecting clubs that they've played at to come join for Wrexham is massive. So Lewis O'Brien, absolutely love it. He's going to be doing what needs to be done as in a tenacious midfielder. And I want to show you, again, to sort of sum up some of the things that have been said about him. You cannot, and you're not allowed, to show clips of players' footage on here. But yeah, if you want to know some of the footage of Lewis O'Brien, this was his first season in the Championship with Huddersfield, and he says this: Lewis O'Brien's first season in the Championship for Huddersfield Town, age 20. Just look at this boy. Crazy tackles and defensive skills. So again, we're talking about a player who's very good at breaking up play, very defensive minded, but also when he's got the ball, is very astute in possession. Again, if you want another footage of finding him, it's this one as well. Watch the edited full match player cam video of Lewis O'Brien at Swansea last season. He just looks, I think we might be able to show you this. He just, big up Shreddy Bear. He just has that look about him of being a good at the game of football, just the way he runs. Hopefully some know what I mean about this gibberish. Let me see if I can show you this cam of, if it's on the Swansea official YouTube, then we might be able to use it. Yeah, we can. Okay, have a look at this player cam footage of there. But yeah, do you think we'll see the 6 new guys in pre-season? 100%. And I'm going to talk about Wrexham's pre-season because there are rumours of a behind closed door game coming up. Let me just get this player cam footage up for you now. This is the player cam footage of Lewis O'Brien. So, bloody adverts, come on. Right, so a little bit of a player cam on Lewis O'Brien. You can see the way he moves, the way he puts himself about. Very, very quality, tidy player. So that he, of course, is in it. And it's a complete player cam. And just the way he receives the ball under pressure, as I said, he wore the number 8 for Swansea. That classic box-to-box midfielder. Exactly what you got. And again, footage of Lewis O'Brien, the way he carries himself, the way he's arriving into the box, looking to arrive late, and a great header there, by the way, from Lewis O'Brien. Diving header. See the timing of his run there? Arrives late. A lovely little header there as well. But yeah, just this tidy, technical central midfielder. He gets about, nice little tackle there. Puts himself in the right areas, in the right place. So yeah, I've got a lot of sort of expectation of how well Lewis O'Brien's going to do, and how he's going to sort of mobility around the pitch is going to be massive. A fit, energetic player. He's not like a George Evans. He's not like someone who's a slower runner. He's a very good mover. He's going to cover a lot of ground. And that's important. He's going to cover a lot of ground. And as Les and Jamie said, make sure you smash the like button. But yeah, that header against Plymouth, Lewis O'Brien, I think his only goal for Swansea was that diving header against Plymouth. And it was a well-taken header. So we know with Lewis O'Brien, we're going to get a player who has good technical ability, a very strong defensive-minded head, and someone who's going to cover a lot of ground. So brilliant signing. Wrexham are cooking. And you've got to ask yourself the question, who's next? And that's what we're going to come on to in a minute. But look, people were saying this as well. There were quotes going around before a ball was kicked this season, before the transfer market was started, which was this. Wrexham will only sign reject Premier League players for their Netflix retirement home. That's what people are touting. Wrexham will have no pool. Their transfer window is going to be a mess. They're going to go after ex-Premier League has-beens who aren't going to be able to cut the mustard. Again, we were linked to the likes of Danny Ings, Stuart Armstrong. In the end, you look at the ages of the players and you look at their experience. Libby Kakache, 24 years old, played for Empoli, Serie A, New Zealand captain, unbelievable. George Thomason, Bolton Wanderers captain, Massive ceiling, 24 years old. Gonna add so much in there. Lewis OBrien, 26 years old. Again, championship experience, over 150 games. Good, smart signing. Ryan Hardy, 10 plus goals in the championship last season for a relegated Plymouth Argyle. And Josh Windass, who has no doubt got one of the best creative minds in the EFL. Played for Sheffield Wednesday, been a hero to them. Massive player. Again, experience. Where are these Premier League rejects? Where are these Premier League washed up has-beens? No. Very easy to have got suckered into that. Very easy to have fallen into the trap of signing players that quite simply would have been there for the shirt, would have been there for the reputation, would have been there for the documentaries, whatever you want to say. And I think that ultimately, Wrexham's transfer window has rattled a few heads. Rattled a few heads indeed. So, yeah, interesting to say the least. And I think that when people look back at this Wrexham window, they'll look back and go, they have absolutely done huge, huge business here. Huge. So, Lewis OBrien, massive signing on that one. Forest, they'll be happy as well. 6 signings. We've got to be happy with this one. But yeah, there are rumours of a pre-season friendly behind closed doors as well. There is a rumour of pre-season friendlies behind closed doors that I'm just trying to find to show you all. But yeah, ultimately, no qualms, no problems, absolutely elated by this. And we just got to keep that ball rolling, keep moving with the good times. And yeah, it's going to hurt a few people's heads. This one absolutely is. So that was, yeah, I'm on the wrong page. That's why I can't find what I was trying to show you guys. So yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon with how we're going and the business. And I feel sorry for Sheffield Wednesday to some extent. I feel sorry for Sheffield Wednesday. Now, this is a rogue one. This is a rogue one. But what about this for a signing? This one, I can see Wrexham hijacking. This is a transfer that I can see Wrexham hijacking. And I'll tell you why in a second. This is one I can see Wrexham hijacking. The Athletic Football have said the United States footballer Josh Sargent proposed transfer from Norwich City to Wolfsburg appears to have fallen through. Sources with knowledge of the situation indicated it was Sargent's decision to not continue with a move to the Bundesliga club. Hear me out on this one. I've seen a few rumours go around about this and a few theories, and I agree on this theory. I agree on this theory. I'll tell you why. How good would it be if Wrexham were able to sign, yeah, you're clicking, a player from the USA? With the absolute massive fan base that we have over in the United States and that side of the world, how big would it be if Wrexham could land a US international player with Josh Sargent's caliber? How weird is it that that deal looks set and ready for the Wolfsburg move, and Josh Sargent decides, no, not interested? Do you know what it stinks of? It stinks of a Rob O'Ryan phone call. I'm not even joking. Hear me out. Do you hear this theory, people? Do you see my Josh Sargent theory here? How good would it be for Josh Sargent to sign for Wrexham? A, he's a very good player, but B, it's massive for the fan base. Massive. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Leslie James said, money brings egos. Team chemistry is my only real worry this season. That being said, seems like Parky looks for character over talent. I hope he can maintain that approach. 100%. Windass is a character, a leader. Someone of experience is going to slot in beautifully. Again, I think George Thomason, being a captain of Bolton Wanderers, knows what it takes. Libby Kakache, a captain. We're looking for leaders. But my favourite interview so far has been what Windass said, which is, I want to earn my place on the team. I need to earn the respect of my teammates. I need to fight to get into that starting lineup. I absolutely love that from Windass. I know Windass is going to be a fan favourite. Windass is going to be people's go-to man, and especially if he delivers. So listen, Windass is saying all the right things. Big up to Julia, who says, Noswaith the da Pawab in her Welsh. Again, I butchered that, but big up to you. I hope Glenn enjoyed his tribute to Joey Jones, or enjoyed going to pay his respects and send my regards to Glenn. Sargent is solid. That would be a good signing. Agree. Again, let's just quickly Les and Jamie's back's out of place. Is that from all the pool? Les and Jamie. 20 mil signing bonus would be too rich for us, I think, says Jason Mays. Big up to Jason. Thanks for your interaction. And in terms of Josh Sargent, then, I don't know what the price is. Let me have a look at some of the comments, actually, just on this post in general, to see what people said. I think he can find a better fit. Next move in his career should be a big one. Don't you dare, Leeds. One of Leeds, yeah. This smacks of a coffee with Deadpool. Is he fond of Vegas? There we go. The Wrexham links. Burnley. There's a picture. This is what I mean. This is going around. Ryan on the phone. I wonder if we can find the price of what we're saying for Josh Sargent. First of all, let me get his stats up. How about let's put some perspective on who is Josh Sargent and why we're interested in Josh Sargent, because yeah, it's all about showing you sort of, you know, who the player is. He's 25 years old and he's got experience in both leagues, domestically and abroad. Big up to the house of Belforian. Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. I'm very pumped. So look, he cooked in the championship. There's no doubt about it. Josh Sargent cooked in the championship. We're looking for that championship caliber type of player. Josh Sargent in 23-24, 16 goals, 2 assists in 28 matches. Damn. Last season for Norwich, 15 goals, 5 assists. His GA gets better and better. He's improving year on year in England. Again, 40 games, 13 goals, 2 assists. Sargent loves it. He's played in the Premier League as well, but struggled, but so did Norwich City. But essentially, his time at Norwich City in the Championship, he scored 13 plus goals each season. A US international, played in the World Cup, the Copa America. Like, this guy is, for me, a top guy. Now, if we look at his, hopefully this will give me his, how do I get rid of that pop-up there? Get rid of the pop-ups. So, yeah, the rumoured price then, and that could be the issue, 16 million euros is the estimated fees for someone like Josh Sargent. 25 years old, from Missouri, United States, centre forward. That is a big one. Now, is there a way that Wrexham could work a deal, something like, and I'm going to be real here, something like 10 million plus add-ons? 10 million plus add-ons for someone like Josh Sargent could hit. And what I'm saying is, chat, is essentially the marketing strategy of signing someone like Josh Sargent would blow the roof. Blow the roof. Wrexham need that US international. Libby Kakache went to Down Under, got a player from that. Sure. The fact that Sargent has decided to boycott his move to Wolfsburg says everything to me. But yeah, I heard it was 21 million from Wolves. That's massive. No way could Wrexham afford that. Sargent cost way too much. Reason fell for it Wolfsburg. They were not willing to pay for 20 million. Wrexham won't pay that. Now, this is where you've got to be strategical. This is where you start offering players. What if we throw in a Jack Marriott plus cash to Norwich City? What if we throw in a J-Rod? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's those options there. Let's not beat around the bush here. We've got to think smart. I just would love to see what Josh Sargent does. And as I said, The Athletic reported that it came from Josh Sargent's side of why that move fell through. So would be absolutely ridiculous, crazy if Wrexham landed this. But I swear down, it's something I can also see the club doing. It's actually something I could see the club doing. So, yeah, I hope you're well. Thank you for all tuning in. Make sure you are smashing the like button. We've nearly got 20 likes on the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new as well and get involved in the comments. But do check out my pinned comment. If you want to become a member, Les and Jamie is carrying the flag. We've just got memberships. If you want to get a membership, you get exclusive perks. You get customized emojis, which Les and Jamie will show you the customized emojis. And of course, as well, you'll get access to some really good things. And of course, it will look really cool when we do our watch-alongs on YouTube, Southampton first game of the season, if you've got those customized emojis as well. So a good perk. So there we go. I like your bus pillow behind you. Yeah, this is the dream, to get a camper van one day and travel around. That's Heidi and I. That's our dream. So we're going to do that. So yeah, there's some customized emojis. And yeah, if you get a membership on string, I'll sing a song for you as well. He's also gambled over the recent Premier High wages. So I don't want to stay at Norwich over Wrexham play out the contract. Yeah. How long did he have left on that contract? It's a really good point. 2028. It's a big contract he's on. 2028. Yes, I can only have 4 emojis, Les. So I've got to. The more members we get, the more emojis I can put in there. But yeah, but it's a good way to move people out, doing a bit of an exchange like that, and going like that. But yeah, he would sell a lot of kits. Now, do make sure you're watching the Lewis O'Brien highlights reels because they are brilliant. And I wish I could show you that. We haven't had a Ollie Rathbone injury update. But someone has come in and said that Ollie Rathbone potentially out for 6 weeks. We saw him get injured and down under. He had his boot on, and yeah, 6 weeks we think Ollie Rathbone is out injured for, which we can live with, especially because our midfield is looking pretty stacked. And he comes back probably end of September. Wouldn't be too bad at all on that with Rathbone. But yeah, mixed rumours of that. But there is apparently a rumour going around that there's a behind closed door friendly with Wrexham on Monday. Whether that's true or not, we'll have to wait and see. I hope there is. I hope there is a friendly, and we can get some info on what's going on there. Ticket pricing, another thing that's come up. Ticket pricing, and then yeah, I'm going to talk about Kemy Moore. That one seems to have gone a little bit quiet as well. It is weird that Wrexham have been linked to another striker, especially in a department we're very stacked. If Wrexham do land one more striker, then 2 need to go, in my opinion. 2 need to go. Do you know what my absolute wild card of a striker is that I don't think would come, but would be quality in the Championship, and I'd be all for it, and I think he'd be quality for Wrexham? It's Patrick Bamford. I think Patrick Bamford would be absolutely quality because he knows the Championship inside out. Again, not a big contract, but someone I think that is an absolute goal machine in the Championship. Not wanted at Leeds. Patrick Bamford for me is such a consistent performer. He's not wanted. It's just the wages again. But again, an interesting one. Do you think Kemy Moore would be a really big gamble? And I'll come on to Kemy Moore in a minute. But let me just show you ticket prices. These are the sort of away ticket pricing. Again, it's not the best view on here, but I can't make it any bigger. But I'll try and talk you through what I've got on the screen if you can't see it. So we're waiting for the Wrexham ticket prices for Southampton away. Ipswich Town's tickets for Birmingham City away is £32.50. Again, look at the allocations of some of these stadiums, 2,000, 3,000 fans. You know, the average here is about 2,000, 3,000 fans. Stoke City are giving Derby an allocation of nearly 4,000 fans at 30 quid a ticket. That is one blessing about the Championship, is you are going to be able to see more fans than ever go and support Wrexham on the road. The away crowds are massive. Bigger stadiums mean bigger allocation, mean bigger capacity. You're going to see, as I said, around 2,500 to 3,000 in some of these big stadiums. When you go to somewhere like Fratton Park, it's going to be a little bit different, a smaller stadium. The big stadium allocations are awesome. And I think the Wrexham are waiting to see how much Southampton are going to charge. What people are hoping for is that Wrexham fans do not get ripped off, that Wrexham fans do not get exploited. Wrexham fans simply do not get the piss taken out of them for ticket prices. The one thing about the EFL is they are pretty good at monitoring that and keeping that situation under control. But yeah, let's get the player out that Leon's just mentioned. Bamford is a cheat, says Jonathan. Leon Mayer says, what about young Romanian prospect Louis Montiano? Let me get him up then. Leon, and let's have a look at your shout. Louis Montiano. Okay. Louis Montiano, Romanian footballer, 23 years old, plays for Club CFR Cluj. Oh wow, goal machine. What, has there been links to him? Let me have a look on social media. Is this just a player you want, or is this a player that Wrexham have been linked to? Yeah, I mean, the player that has been mentioned in the chat by Leon, have a look at this. Let me just show the stats. I mean, this guy at 23 years old, 35 matches, 23 goals, 3 assists is absolutely incredible. But he's also playing in the Europa League and scored a goal already. So he's very much in a season for Cluj. Is there any links of him? Celtic, he's £15 million. Celtic are looking at him, potentially. Oh, he's been linked to Celtic. Yeah, we ain't got a chance there. We ain't got 15 million again. There's no chance that one. And Celtic would be an interesting acquisition in that sense. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, let's finally touch on Kemy Moore before we wrap up the show. Big up to everyone. If you are enjoying this, then do let me know. If this is your first time on our live shows, then do let me know. We're going to try and keep these live shows as consistent as we can. When there's news to talk about, we will come and speak. We really will. But let's share this on Kiefer. I'm torn on Kemy Moore. I'm torn. So the story was here reported. Understand, Championship new boys Wrexham are showing an interest in Kemy Moore ahead of the new season. Turns 33 before start of the season, but 2 goals in pre-season. Now, Blades fans, Sheffield United fans are very mixed on him. Look, please take him. We could offer them a Welsh bulk buy. More Davis and Norton Davis. No thanks. Younger, hungrier players are must, not journeymen. Got too many up front, so if anyone goes, it's him. Ryan won. So yeah, Sheffield United fans are happy to see him go. Makes sense. We should bring McBurney back as a replacement. I'm all for it. Frees up space for some bit of pace and control of football. How much are they after from us? Basically, I get a little bit worried when rival fans start saying, yeah, take him. If someone's saying take a player off our hands, you sort of go, oh, that's not a good reception from the fan base. Why are the fan base saying that? That's not good. That's not good. But Wrexham has shown an interest in Kemy Moore. 32 years old is the issue for me. Only scored 6 goals in the Championship last season, but he's a big target man and a bit like Ollie Palmer. And of course, he's a Welsh international, which obviously is the point of saying it, I guess. But I just think there's a little bit better out there than Kiefer. And he's not, again, that goal machine. But if Wrexham want that target man to play off, a focal point, then Kemy Moore would be good. But yeah, I can't really see the fee of what's been placed. But the fact that, 6 goals in 30 Championship games for Sheffield United, I'm not sure on that. Again, Sheffield United were a team who were in the top 3 for most of the season, and then obviously got all the playoffs. They want to flog him to us, and that worries me. I always think that. So let's see. Let's see what happens. But big up to Birdman One. It's the first time here. Love the channel. Appreciate it. And guys, make sure you are locking in by subscribing, liking. And if you do want to join Les and Jamie, then check out the pinned comment, become a member. Our aim is to try and get 10 members by the end of the Southampton game. So that's the challenge I'm going to put out there. So 9 to go. 9 members to go to get your exclusive perch, your emojis, a badge next to your name for all the live shows. We'll be doing watch-alongs all season long. We'll be doing these live news shows. And if you want to stand out in the chat and have a nice badge like Les and Jamie exclusive emojis, then there we go. So big up to you guys. But yeah, transfer rumours are transfer rumours. So much to digest. I'm going to show you one more thing. Wrexham transfer. Again, everyone's trying to flog everyone to us. And look, Canadian, I love this. I love this because this is how everyone feels. This has been a statement transfer window, and it's not over yet. And that's the point. It really is not over. There is still a lot more shrewd business to come, a lot more, yeah, big business. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Who's going to come in next? That's the big one. Who is coming next? What position? The one rogue one I want to give everyone, and I'm keeping my eye on this one. If you want a centre back, Craig Dawson. Hear me out. Craig Dawson. Free agent Craig Dawson, released from Wolves. An older player, but good on a 1 or 2 year deal. 100% I'm here for Craig Dawson. I think he'd be a brilliant piece of experience. And honestly, people like Mario Lemina of Wolves have said that Craig Dawson could still play in the Premier League now. A lot of people think that Dawson is still good enough. He is a veteran pro, experienced, fit as a fiddle. And I would love him to come in for that experience in the back line. If there was one experienced centre-back to go in the middle of Wrexham's back line, it would be Dawson. You get young guns alongside him, Cleworth and Brunt, and then you get Dawson in the middle. If Wrexham could sign Craig Dawson, my gosh, they would cook. They would absolutely cook. But this has been one of the most incredible weeks of Wrexham, bringing in, as I said, OBrien, Windass, Libby Kakache, George Thomason. It's been an unbelievable week. So yeah, I want to know what's going to happen in the next few days. We're going to have to hold tight. The one I am looking out for is essentially where and what is this pre-season about. If anyone's got any details on the closed door pre-season, let me see. Wrexham closed doors. Let me see if I can find anything on that. Wrexham friendly. Let me see if I can try and find anything quickly on this search bar about Wrexham friendlies. Nothing too much. We obviously know we've got that one against Groningen on the August the 2nd. There's got to be something in between. There's got to be something in between. But yeah, right now, chat, I think Wrexham have got and had the strongest transfer window in the Championship. And that is absolute testament. Who, though, the big thing is that players need to leave. I think Jay Rodriguez, as much as we signed him in January, I think Jay Rod's position is under threat for Wrexham. I really do. I think Marriott, Rodriguez, and Palmer are your bottom three strikers. And I think it goes Smith, Hardy. Windass isn't going to be a striker, but Windass is going to be the creative player. I think it will go Smith. I think it will go Hardy. I think it will. J-Rod might be. It's a toss-up between who do you want as your third choice, J-Rod or Jack Marriott. I don't think there's a place for both Marriott and J-Rod in the squad. One of them has to leave with Palmer. It is, and especially if Wrexham recruit someone else. Who do you guys prefer, J-Rod or Palmer? People were disappointed in J-Rod's returns last season in terms of goals, but also he did score some key goals. The goals that he scored were key ones in key games. Very experienced player at that level, has scored goals prolifically. Let's have a look at J-Rod's stats again, just to remind ourselves. But had to play alongside Smith and was very much a deeper player. Very much someone who had to come deeper because Smith was the target man, wasn't he? Now, this was what J-Rod's stats returned last season. Julia said Palmer. As much as we all love Palmer, I've already conceded that he's going. I don't know if anyone else, but is anyone confident that Ollie Palmer stays? Does anyone think Ollie Palmer will stay here at Wrexham? Is anyone a believer that he'll stay? Do let me know. But yeah, mash that like button, people. Absolutely do hit the likes, do subscribe to the channel, and of course, do check out the membership perks as well. But yeah, J-Rod, again, 2 goals, 2 assists, 2 massive goals, if I remember correctly. and 17 matches, but had to play a different role. J Rod is 35 years old. That's the only downfall. You're not going to be able to sell J Rodriguez. J Rodriguez at 35, you're not going to be able to sell. You're not going to make any money on him. But what you can do with J Rodriguez is if you think that someone can come in with a bit more experience and you want to keep Marriott, then I think J Rod's the one to go. But I don't know. It's a toss-up between him and Marriott. At Burnley, again, in the Championship, 2 goals, 10 goals. His goals haven't been electric in the Championship as such. Premier League, he's never really had a 10-goal-plus season. In fact, I'd actually say, apart from back in 2018, we're talking when he's at 27, 28. Yeah, he scored a 22-goal season in the Championship, which probably carried his career a little bit. But really, when I look at this now, maybe I've been deceptively blinded by J-Rod, is that actually he's not really a 10-plus goal striker in the Championship. He's never really done that for anyone else. I don't know why in my head I thought J. Rodriguez had scored more goals in his career. J. Rodriguez's goal returns are pretty crap, actually. His reputation suits different. Whereas, again, if you look at Jack Marriott, and we put Marriott's stats on screen, Marriott scored more goals than J. Rodriguez. Yes, he obviously played more games. Marriott, of course, is 30, so there's a 5-year difference. It's still the wrong side of things, but 30. And again, a similar profile. So I think if you really, that was his best season, 2017, 2018. If you really look at the profile of both these Marriott and J-Rod, one of them has to go. One of them has to go. My gut feeling actually says it's probably get rid of J-Rod. Probably on more wages than Marriott. Marriott a little bit nippier in behind. And I think you've got Smith and Hardy are going to be your 1 and 2, unless Wrexham sign another striker. But as it stands right now, I think Smith and Hardy are the main 2 up front. I think Marriott or J-Rod is number 3, as it stands in the pecking order. And then, of course, you've got the likes of, rotation in that side where needed if Palmer stays. I said if he stays. But then, of course, you've got young Harry, Harry Ashford, who could play. And then, but he may get loaned out. Playing with a front 2 is a must. You need 4 strikers on the book, not 5 or 6. And I think if Wrexham can go with a front 4 of Smith, Hardy, new signing, Marriott, that's good enough for me. That's good enough options for me. Different types of strikers. But all eggs are on Hardy. Smith needs to come back as well from his injury. Smith needs some minutes in the tank, actually. He missed the whole down under tour. Hardy missed one of the games due to concussion. So, yeah, minutes in the bank are needed. But why is everyone down on Jack Marriott? Is it because he's injured prone? When he's on the pitch, it's pretty good. Maybe the profile of player, maybe his name doesn't carry as much weight. As I said, I personally have just realised that I've overhyped J. Rodriguez myself. I had it in my head that J. Rodriguez was a goal-scoring machine in the Championship. What I've actually realised is it's Fletcher. Fletcher was the man. I'd have rather kept Fletcher than J-Rod. But yeah, I've overhyped J. Rodriguez in my head. Massively overhyped J. Rodriguez in my head. He's not the guy I thought he was. Marriott, though, I think he could come in as number 4. Get a new signing in, have competition with Smith and Hardy, get a new striker in, and have 4 different types of strikers with different options. But yeah, pray for Palmer. But yeah, Rodriguez for me, big up to Marcus. J. Rodriguez for me, he's just not the guy. He's not. 2 goals is very disappointing with the profile that he carries. I don't think he likes coming deep either. If Smith's going to be the target man, J. Rodriguez, we watched him last season, constantly dropping deeper to get on the ball. Constantly trying to... That's not what J. Rodriguez is good at. So, we'll see what happens there. We're biased about Ashfield with him being the school of youngest. He won our own. Love it, Julia. Keep flying that flag for him. But I do think he will get loaned out, Julia. And Marcos says, wouldn't Windass also play a striker at least behind Smith? I see Windass playing as Elliot Lee's role. Now, that could be a world where you have Smith and Windass up front with Elliot Lee behind him. But I see Elliot Lee being replaced by Windass. I see it being a Smith-Hardy combo with... This is Wrexham's midfield now. I see it being Smith-Hardy, McLean one side, Longman on the other side, with Windass, Thomason, and Lewis O'Brien as a midfield. Complete new midfield. With Evans, with Dawson, with Elliot Lee all on the bench. Rathbone. That's how I see it. Maybe George Thomason. Lewis O'Brien and Windass 100% will be starting. Lewis O'Brien will be starting 100%. And then you're not even talking about Tom, like Wrexham squad depth's crazy. We just signed Libby Kakache. I mean, I've said McLean on the left. Libby Kakache could be the left centre back. Well, that means that TOC, Tom O'Connor, misses out. But then O'Connor can play centre mid, as we saw on the tour, and we've seen him in the National League do that, and in League One and League Two at times. The options that Phil Parkinson has is absolutely incredible. He's absolutely blessed with the options that he has in his squad. You know, I'm talking about new signings who may not even play. Libby Kakache for one. George Thomason. Midfield is stat. Wrexham is stat. I'll probably do a video. Once the transfer window ends, I'm going to do a video of Wrexham squad depth and just show you guys this is how good this side is now. It still looks like in defence. That's probably for me. But Rathbone has to start. Competition's there, and that's what I actually love. You don't bring in George Thomason and Lewis O'Brien not to start. That's how I see it. So those boys will be laying down the gauntlet. But listen, people, I appreciate you. I'm going to wrap up the show. If you do enjoy these live shows, make sure you are locked in, notification bell on. I'm trying to go around 10, 10:15 to do these shows. We're going to grow these live shows as well as our videos that we're doing. If you want to become a member, I'm plugging this for our watch-alongs, for when we do the watch-alongs, and for in general. You can support the channel by clicking the pinned comment. Very simple, very easy to do. Les and Jamie is waving the flag as our #1 member. And big up to Les and Jamie for doing that. And yeah, if you want to check out those perks and come and be part of it and help support the channel and stand out on this channel, as I said, the aim, we're gonna drive this to be the biggest Wrexham fan channel. I know there's a few out there, but I think we've got the passion, we've got the community, we've got the drive, we've got the watch-alongs, we've got the videos. We're going to cover everything: watch-alongs, videos, live news shows. We're going big, big Wrexham fan channel out there. Let's lock in. And remember, you're part of this journey early on for when we blow up. So come and do it. Big up to you guys, though. We're going to bow out of here. Thank you for all your support, as always. Feel free to leave a comment after this live's ended. And yeah, we will see you very soon, guys. Big up. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching in the world, wherever you're watching. I'm going to go eat some food now. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out of here. Ta-da.